This is my 1968 Ford Escort. Started life as a Super and then was converted to an RS recreation by the previous owner. So what you see now is the car probably in the mid 2000s before it was restored. These were sent to me by a previous owner. As you can see, it's still Olympic blue, which means it's not its original colour, but you can see there's no RS arches. It's got a cross flow in it, and there's quite a lot of the features it's got now missing. These are photos of the car during the restoration by another owner who took it on, and he painted it again in Olympic blue, but he this time added the stripes. The car was then sold by him to Pure Speed in Knaresborough, and I bought the car off them in 2016. It was originally blue mint metallic. I plan on keeping it Olympic blue, but I do plan on removing the stripes, I think, because it's due a respray. I'll go over that in a minute. I've owned this from about 2016, and it was pretty much pristine when I bought it. I took it on lots of road trips, really enjoyed it. I've met so many good people and reconnected with old friends because of this car. And so yeah, it's going to get a restoration soon enough. So as I said, bought in 2016 as an early 40th birthday present from my wife. She contributed quite a bit of money towards it, which was very nice. And yeah, I've loved owning it. And we'll go over some of the specs and whatnot. And I'll show you around the little issues it's got, but also some of the good things it has. So it's Olympic blue. As I said, RS recreation. It's obviously not a genuine RS, but only the anoraks notice. That's really, I mean, on the external side, it's just the plate, because obviously being 68, they didn't make RSs back then, so maybe it would have been better as a Lotus twin cam rep, and I could have got away with it. But it has a 2-litre Pinto. It has a 4-speed, the correct Type E gearbox, single piece prop. So we'll go over some of that. I'll just show you around the car itself. So as you can see, paintwork now, not fantastic, and this is mainly caused by me. You can see this garage. I've had this built recently to house this car. I've got a Mark II, same Olympic blue, and the garage that this was living in was commandeered by this while I was putting the finishing touches to it. So the Escort, the Mark 1, had to live outside during January, February time, and in my infinite wisdom I put a car cover over it, and when I took the car cover off, the whole car was covered in micro blisters, which yeah, you can still see some of them. And the paint started to dull off, and then worse than that, it started to crack and peel off. Now the paint wasn't fantastic before, but it was nothing like it was. So like this time last year, the paint was actually very presentable. The car, I had some paint work done on the car back in 2016, and this was what I had, was this side painted, and this side is actually held up really well. It's paintwork's fine here, but the bits that didn't get painted with the original paint that the previous owner did, they've just all gone to shit. So this car, towards the end of the year, we'll be going in for a respray. It's not going to be a nut and bolt restoration, because it's an Escort Super. Already any equity I've got in it will be gone by restoring it, but it does need a pair of wings. That's a rust hole, and I just happened to find some gaffer tape almost the same colour, and it's been like that for a while. The wings were standard wings, but then with RS wide arches put on, but they started to fail. Door gaps are not the best. Getting some rust now on the A-pillar and down here, bottom of the doors. What else have we got? The chassis is pretty solid. Under the car, nothing really wrong. There's a bit of surface rust, but generally the underside of the car is fine. There's nothing too scary under there. So engine wise, it's a 205 Pinto. Bit of a rebuild, reskimmed, so it's got a bit more compression. It was actually, when I first bought it, EFI, fuel injected, and we put carbs on to, it just makes it feel more authentic. It sounds like a Mk1 Escort now, and it gives it a bit more power to go with it. The engine's a little peach. I'm having a few starting issues, or I did have, mainly down to the battery. There's a video all about that. It can still be a bit of a pig to start, but a lot of it I blame on the no-dis ignition, which is the first gen one. So I'm going to put a Gen X in, which is what I run on that, and that's perfect. That starts on the button. This takes a few cranks. I'll get it running shortly to show you. But yeah, Weber 45s. I think it's got a fast road cam in it, like a Kent cam maybe. Brakes are really good because it's twin pot calipers with a servo, and as a result it feels good. 9-inch drums on the back. Suspension wise, gas golds with compression struts and adjustable camber arms. Got gas gold all round. It's got a Blackline ATV rear differential. For fast road, that's fine. It can be a bit unpredictable when trying to consistently slide it. This car isn't that powerful. It's about 120, 130 horsepower. So it does okay though. So yeah, this was at Kedger Motorsport last year to have quite a lot of work done on the underside of it. So yeah, it had all this suspension overhauled, new steering rack, new bushes, all rose jointed through, and it drives beautifully. So much different to that. I mean, I really like how that drives, but this is almost like a normal modern car. Aside from power steering, it drives really nice. Plenty of torque from that Pinto engine. 354 rear diff. So it did have a 411 and it had no legs at all. Now it's got 354, 60 mile an hour, is about 3,000 RPM in fourth. I can live with that. Let's have a look inside. We've got, I think these are called contour seats. Reproductions, maybe Aldridge or another company made them. Original back seats, never really been sat in. Here, obligatory air conditioning. RS steering wheel. Hang on, I'll jump in. Twin cam clocks. The rev counter wasn't working, so that's been switched out to a Smith's one. The original, it never had the original twin cam rev counter. It had something like a Jaeger or a Jaeger clock in it, which didn't work, so it was never complete anyway. Reproduction center console, quick shift, Type E, so like a rocket box style gearbox. The shift is lovely, nice, like a bolt action rifle. Interior is quite nice. It's got no headliner, which I'm going to see about fixing. Maybe remove the roll cage because this car isn't really going to be used in competition. Mark II glove box, which kind of fits in quite nicely, to be honest. And then just a cheap stereo, Bluetooth stereo in the back. It goes to the Pioneer speakers, is it? I think so. Single speed wipers, single speed fan, all working fine. Yeah, there we go. Now apparently 2 of these spotlights were on Roger Clark's original rally car. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I've just got a bit of paper saying that's what happened. They were off his car. So I can't corroborate that, but you know, it's a nice little story. Indicator's missing because it stopped working and it's just rust. All the contacts rusty, so I've got a new one to go in there. Formula Mini Light style wheels. Yoko A539 tyres. Just a cheap Sportex exhaust, but it sounds nice. We'll get it running in a second. So yeah, it's a quick overview. So we'll see how she fires up, eh? There you go. So 5 slow squeezes of the throttle and a good strong battery, not a problem, fires up. Not always been that easy. And last when I bought it out of storage to put it back in here after I had the garage done, took some starting, required a booster pack. So, no chokes attached, so it's a bit low idle at the minute, but it will come back up. Spat a bit of black shite on the end on the nice freshly painted wall, but it does need retuning actually. It needs go back on the rolling road, but there's no point doing that until I change the ECU. Always carry a jack, spare wheel and a few tools. I always carry a spare clutch cable. This is famous for snapping clutch cables. It's a cable clutch on a Pinto engine, and that means the clutch gets brittle because of the way it's routed. I've got a Mark IV Cortina clutch on it, cable even, and it's better because it's longer. As you can see, good oil pressure, no problems there. The gauge isn't totally accurate. Nothing to do with the gauge, it's to do with the ECU, which is just dangling there at the minute because when it wouldn't start, I was doing a bit of diagnostics, plugging it in, and I needed to see the numbers for the Bluetooth and whatnot. So yeah, plans for it. It's going to go in through a full respray. It's going to have a pair of new front wings. Let me just turn it off so you can hear me better. I've got the door open so I don't get gassed, but it's still getting a bit smelly in here. Right, where was that? So yeah, I think the decals are coming off it. It's going to go Olympic blue to match the colour it is, but to also look and work alongside this one. Gonna probably keep the civvies on it, but yeah, the stripes are going to come off. Fresh coat for Olympic blue, pair of new wings, probably going to need door skins or at least repair. This door's not too bad. There's something going on there, as you can see. As you can see, this window's not too bad because again this side was painted, so this side. If the whole car looked like that, I'd leave it look well alone. Under the bay, it's not its best feature. Whoever did this, I've got photos of this when it had a cross flow in it. If you look how thick these strut tops are on both sides, look how thick the metal is. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, but as a result, there's no stampings. It's just, I'm in my own shadow here, but the under the bay really isn't its strong point. Well, I say that's ironic. It's made of pig iron, but there's no stampings or anything, so that does let it down. I can't really justify going after. I'd have to take it back down to the bulkhead, and really, I'm not doing that. It's not got any provenance, this car. It's just a Super. It's just something I want to enjoy and continue to enjoy. I could carry on as it is, but it's not. It's doing it a disservice, really. The car deserves to be as good as it used to be. It used to be a really pretty car, and now I've had to go around and touching it up with the wrong type of paint, and every time I put a wash it, more bits come off it. Yeah, this isn't how it should be. It should be better than this, and I will put the time and effort into. Well, I say I will. I'm not a painter. I'm not anything. I'm a computer guy. I fix computers, and I've dabbled a bit with cars. I'm not really a mechanic or anything like that. I just enjoy my cars. I'll be the first one to admit that. I know enough about how things work, but when it comes to the practical side of things, I don't really do enough. I should do more. Maybe I will now I've got the garage space, but painting a car, no thank you. Done that in my teens, and let's just say the paint from my Mini is still on the wall of my mum's house where she used to live. Bless her. So this is my 1968 Mk1 Escort. I hope you've enjoyed looking at it. I'll post any updates in the future. For now, it's not going to do a huge amount. It does run and drive. It's perfectly fine. But I feel it needs to go away for a bit and get restored, get put back how it should be, and then enjoy it. And in the meantime, I'm enjoying driving and ragging this like chalk and cheese, these cars. This one is a bit more aligned to what I feel a classic should be in terms of how it drives. It's dramatic. It's not fast. Well, it's okay, but it's there's more about it. Like when you're driving around, it's more sensory. This is, and it's. I mean, I'm not being fair, really. This is beautiful to drive. It's nice and smooth. It's got power, but the chav in me, I say the kid in me, the guy when I was driving classics back in the day, they always were a bit more like that. Where this is quite, like I say, quite refined. So, 1968 Mk1 Escort. Thanks for watching.
Time flies when you're with me.